Good Wednesday morning, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP's Top in the Morning. I'm Dan I. Thanks for joining us. We have our top stories coming up in just a minute, but we're going to take a quick look right off the top here, right at the top of the weather, check of your weather, excuse me, with Chief Meteorologist Molly Matap. Molly, how are you doing this morning?
And a very good morning to you, Dan, and a very good morning to you, Oswego. Chief Meteorologist Molly Matap here with a quick look at what you can expect from the weather this morning. As you head out your door right now, we're actually sitting at 40 degrees, which is a little bit on the chilly side. You know, we're starting to roll into fall and get those fall temperatures into our area, and we definitely have a chilly start this morning, so you might want to grab a jacket before you head out the door. However, we got some calm winds as well as a relatively high dew point, and that's going to account for some clouds later in the day. But for now and for most of the day, we are looking at what I call a perfect fall day. Now, your regional radar not really showing any activity right now precipitation-wise, and we're really not going to see any clouds in the sky either for quite a long time today. We're going to have a great, clear, sunny day. Our high's at 65, which is definitely more seasonable than we've been seeing in Oswego. Definitely a little bit on the cooler side with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, the reason that we're having all this nice weather is because we have this great high-pressure system that's anchored right over the New England area, rather. And we're going to see nice weather all throughout the weekend into the weekend. And these rain showers that are to our southeast, which is one of our main talking points for weather for the next couple of days, we think that high pressure is really going to keep them down there and keep them out of our area for the rest of the week. As we look at your 3-day forecast, today looks sunny, but clouds start to build as we head into the weekend. And will we see a great fall weekend as we enter October? Stay tuned till after the break, and I'll have a full look at your forecast. Back to you, Dan.
All right, thank you, Molly. An Oswego man is still recovering at Upstate University Hospital after being grazed by a tractor trailer on Saturday. Dorwin Leibold, a tow truck driver, was stopped to help a couple on the side of the road when the tractor trailer hit him, injuring his stomach. Leibold considers himself lucky that he didn't suffer worse injuries and hopes that this leads to better enforcement of the Move Over law that requires drivers to avoid police, tow truck drivers, and first responders when pulled over. An investigation is still ongoing after a head-on collision killed an Oswego woman on Sunday. Mary Boisman was driving down Route 51 when she was hit head-on by Benjamin Kozelka. Kozelka is now being charged with manslaughter in the second degree, while police conclude whether or not he was driving well intoxicated. He is still recovering from his injuries at this time. And not all were pleased when the Onondaga County Legislature adopted the 2014 budget on Tuesday. Sheriff Kevin Walsh was told by legislators that he could not spend $4 of his $83 million budget without first getting approval. The decision comes after rising overtime costs and budget overruns by the sheriff's office, causing $3.8 million to be switched. Legislature control on top of these changes, the legislature also cut $500,000 worth of cars from the sheriff's office. And, well, according to Governor Cuomo, a state program that provides job training grants to companies that hire long-term unemployed New York workers still has $1.2 million available. To date, more than 600 businesses have taken advantage of about $8.2 million on the job training incentives to hire more than 1,200 individuals across the state. The program is part of a campaign to help people who have been out of work for 26 weeks or longer to obtain jobs in their region. The state's grants cover from 50% to 90% of the new hire wages during their training period. And finally, a Utica woman now has to pay back more than $50,000 as well as perform 100 hours of community service after it was found that she submitted fake college attendance records to gain financial assistance. Tina LePage pleaded guilty to bank fraud in April for tricking Bank of America, her employer, into giving her tuition assistance. LePage faked her attendance at the University of Phoenix, an online university. And, well, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on WTOP's Top in the Morning.
Something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school,
Good.
and that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
My husband! Where's my husband?
Stop.
What's she doing? 2,
She was a passenger. I was deboning on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk, I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed. Well, sir, you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
A chilly morning this morning. I know coming out of the house, I had to go back and put on a heavier coat because I had come out in just a sweater, but we were way down there.
It was definitely a little bit of a chilly start this morning. Definitely, we dropped a little bit lower than I thought we were, and that's because we didn't really have any clouds in the sky to keep that heat in. So just totally left us, and we were left with a very chilly morning. No frost, though, surprisingly. But as we take a look at our current conditions, that chilly start is actually going to continue throughout the day. We are going to warm up, but right now we're looking at about 40 degrees right now for your current conditions. And as we head into the day, we're definitely going to warm up, but when you head out the door this morning, you might want to grab a quick light jacket for your commute to either work or school, because it's going to stay a little chilly for quite a while. The humidity is at about 89%, which is going to account for some cloud buildup for later in the day, but for right now, we are looking at great conditions. Taking a look around the state, at Plattsburgh and Glens Falls, we're actually very chilly at 34 degrees, just 2 degrees above that freezing line. As we head into the rest of New York, we're looking at predominantly upper 30s and lower 40s, with the exception of New York City at 56. They are our warm spot this morning. As we continue to look at our top weather headlines, it's going to be sunny but a little bit cooler today. Definitely more of the fall seasonal temperatures today. Clouds build throughout the night, but as we look towards the weekend, we are looking at what I would call a perfect fall weekend. Seasonal temperatures, sun in the sky, definitely a great weekend ahead of us. As we look at our national radar, we really see no activity in predominantly most of the country. But what we do want to keep an eye on is this system that's right to the south and east of us. That could affect our weather as we head into the weekend, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, as we zoom in on the regional radar for today, no really activity in the ways of precipitation or clouds, really. We're looking at a very clear and beautiful day today, and that's because we have this high pressure system that's anchored right over the New England area, and that's going to keep any showers or any clouds that might have affected our weather, definitely going to hold them off, and they're going to stay to our south and east, and we are looking at very nice conditions for today and even into the week. So for today, clear and sunny with a high of 65 with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Planning out your day for you as we go at 9 o'clock when we wrap up our broadcast. We'll be looking at 49. Definitely a chilly start. Again, might want to grab that jacket before you head out the door. As we go to noon, we definitely warm up significantly to 61. We hit that high of 65 right around 2 or 3 o'clock, and we drop off from there. But clouds do start to build as we head into our evening. So for tonight, we're looking at clear, but a little bit on the chilly side at 49. Not as cold as we were last night, but you definitely might want to think about closing those windows before you go to bed tonight. Tomorrow's looking like mostly sunny with a high of 67. And right before I look at your 5-day, I want to take a quick look at these fall colors. We are right on that line of moderate to best foliage right now, so definitely take advantage of our beautiful campus right now. The leaves are starting to change, and you want to take advantage of that because we hit past break pretty quickly as the Tug Hill Plateau already has. But as we take a look at your 5-day, we're looking at a great day today. Clouds start to build, but look at these highs, definitely in the mid to upper 60s. Just a great fall week ahead of us. Clouds build as we head into the weekend, but definitely looking at some great conditions for the next 5 days. Dan?
All right, thank you once again, Molly. The Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2013 was awarded to Martin Karplus, Michael Levitt, and Ariel Warshel for the development of multi-scale models for complex chemical systems. And moving along now, iPad lovers could soon have a new toy. According to All Things D, Apple could unveil additions to its iPad line as soon as October 22nd. The report says Apple could debut an iPad mini with Retina display in a thinner, full-sized iPad. Apple's fancy new fingerprint technology might also make an appearance in the latest versions. Since 2010, Apple has been holding press events in October to get new products out in time for the holiday season. And now we'll take a look at what's happening in Oz with Brittany Hoffman. Brittany?
If you're looking for an internship or career advice, you do not want to miss the 21st Annual Career and Internship Fair today at SUNY Oswego. Nearly 40 employers and nonprofit organizations will visit campus to hire students for internships, jobs, or volunteer opportunities. Students and alumni are encouraged to bring their resumes to share with those employers. Last year, nearly 300 students gathered inside of Swetnam Gymnasium. If you're in need of a resume booster, you do not want to miss tonight's career fair from 4 to 6 o'clock inside the Swetman Gymnasium. Most students at Oswego are preparing to take their first heavy-weighted test of the year. This week is known to many as midterms week. The overwhelming stress, sleepless nights spent studying, and countless cups of coffee are likely keeping students at SUNY Oswego busy but tiresome. To enlighten the mood, this week is also known as Mental Awareness Week. There will be animals to play with in the quad on Thursday from 12:30 to 2:30 to help ease that stress. If animals really aren't your thing, Professor Audrey Hager will be offering Zen meditation instruction in room 1230 in room 205 in the campus center every day this week. And who turns down a free t-shirt? This Saturday, the Junior and Senior Women's Honor Society at Oswego is hosting a 5K walk to benefit the United Way. As I mentioned, they'll be handing out free t-shirts to the first 150 people who register for the 3.1-mile walk. Registration will begin at noon at the campus center. The walk will begin at 1 o'clock, and there will be a donation fee of $5 to benefit the United Way of Greater Oswego County.
All right, well, Brittany, you know, it's some good stuff. I know I actually have to get to that career fair today.
Are you going to be there?
I will.
I'll be there today with the Disney College
4
program.
o'clock, you said?
Come see me. Yep, 4 to 6 p.m.
Absolutely. I got my business cards now.
Oh, yeah.
I have updated copies of my resume, so I got to make sure
I probably should get on that business card thing, huh?
Yeah. It's helpful. A little bit of information about yourself, it helps. But
and don't forget your resume. Make sure you print a
absolutely.
couple out.
And you said that was today at 4 o'clock?
4 to 6 p.m. inside the Swetman Gymnasium.
So right here in the campus center?
You got it.
Just right past the
like
studio.
right by the compass, too. So.
Okay.
All right.
Not a problem. All right. Thank you very
Dan.
much, Brittany. All right. Well, coming up after the break, we'll have Adam Rupsick with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP 10, Top in the Morning.
By people, and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting MediaSummit.org for updates.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Tomlinson. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back here to WTOP's Top in the Morning. I'm Dan I, joined with Molly Matat once again. And Molly, you know, we were talking right before the break about that career fair, and it's just kind of the signs of fall here in Oswego. I know that there's the 48-hour film festival coming up
on Saturday.
This weekend, the screenings for that after all the shooting happened this weekend. And, you know, just the career fair, those are kind of the staples that every fall.
Yes, definitely those events that we see every year as fall starts to roll in, as the cooler temperatures start to come in. We start to see things like the career fair, looking for winter break and spring semester internships. So definitely exciting. And what's nice is you can dress up in your suit and tie or your professional attire, and the weather will not hinder you today. Definitely no rain or clouds or anything like that in sight. Actually, as we took a look at our current conditions, we're sitting at pretty chilly temperatures right now. We're at 40 degrees as you step out your door. Relatively high humidity, so we could see some clouds roll in. If we could just throw that graphic up really quick. Thank you. And as we have this chilly start, you definitely might want to think about grabbing a jacket before you head out, because it's definitely going to be a little bit on the chilly side for most of the morning. We will warm up eventually. We're still looking at a great day, but definitely as you start to head to those early classes or work early this morning, might want to grab a quick jacket. As we take a look at the temperatures around the state, chilly spots in Plattsburgh and Glens Falls right now. You guys are at 34 degrees, just 2 degrees above that freezing line. Definitely a pretty chilly morning for the entire New York State. Definitely looking at mid to upper 30s, 35 in Watertown, 39 at Rochester, all the way to 45 in Buffalo, a little bit warmer. But as we head back down to New York City, dropping back into those upper 30s, lower 40s, with the exception of New York City at 56 degrees. They are a hot spot this morning. Your top weather headlines today, sunny but a little bit cooler today. So we're looking at that sun high in the sky, but a little bit on the cooler side. Clouds start to build as we head into tonight, and they're actually going to stick around for the rest of the week into the weekend. But we are looking at what I would call a perfect fall weekend. Those great temperate, you know, chilly temperatures, not too chilly, but just enough to appreciate your fall weather. As we take a look at your regional radar, no really activity to speak of today, precipitation-wise or cloud-wise. So like I said before, if you're putting on your best for the career fair, your weather today definitely won't hinder that at all. We're looking at a clear sunny day today, the high of 65 today, with winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Planning out your day for you real quick as we go. At 9 o'clock when we wrap up morning news here, we're going to be looking at 49, a little bit of a chilly start, so again, grab your jacket. As we head to noon, though, we're going to warm up to around 61, hit that high of 65 right at around 2 or 3 p.m., so just as the career fair is starting. And at 5 o'clock, we start to drop back down, and the clouds will build, and they will stick around for the rest of the week. Quick look at your foliage for right now. We are right on that line of moderate to best foliage, so definitely you're going to want to start to take all the Instagram pictures, send them to WTOP. We love nature pictures, weather pictures, send them to meteorology at WTOP10.com, but definitely take advantage of it because the Tug Hill Plateau is already past break, and once those leaves start changing, they go pretty fast. Now, as we take a look at later in the week, this jet stream is going to dip to our north, and we're looking at very beautiful mild temperatures again. We're going to have a perfect fall stretch of weather for the next couple days. But what's a topic of discussion in the weather community right now is this low pressure system, and we don't know if it's going to head directly to our north or start to curve out into the east. But either way, Oswego should be north enough in the state that we will not see any precipitation for the next couple of days. So your 5-day forecast today is looking like a beautiful day. Clouds start to build as we head into the weekend, and Saturday, the day of the Panic Film Festival, it looks like our hottest day of the week at 69 degrees, but definitely a perfect fall weekend to take advantage of, Oswego. Back to you, Dan.
All right, thanks once again, Molly. The NFL has narrowed its list of choices for the 2018 Super Bowl to 3 cities. Its selection committee says Indianapolis, Minneapolis, and New Orleans are in the running for Super Bowl 52. The final decision is expected in May of next year. New Orleans is a regular host with 10 Super Bowls held in the Big Easy, and 2018 happens to be the city's 300th anniversary. Indianapolis hosted its first ever Super Bowl back in 2012, and now Minneapolis would be celebrating its first Super Bowl pending completion of a new Viking stadium. And, well, Chicago didn't make that list, but someone always super from Chicago, Kanye West, is back in the news. Now we have Adam Rupsick with your entertainment news. Adam, tell me about Kanye.
That he is. Set your DVRs. Kanye West is on his way to Jimmy Kimmel Live. In late September, the rapper went off on the talk show host after Kimmel mocked an interview Kanye conducted with BBC, portraying the artist as immature and insecure. Kanye's tweets were so extreme that seemingly uncalled for that many wondered whether the feud was just a publicity stunt. Well, now the two personalities will duel it out on late night. Tonight, Kanye will come on Jimmy Kimmel to work out their problems. Despite the ongoing drama surrounding Lamar Odom's alleged affairs and hardcore drug use, fans should not expect drawn-out divorce proceedings. Whenever their legal day comes, that's because Khloe and Lamar, who had wed after a whirlwind courtship, signed an agreement prior to their marriage, which just passed the 4-year mark. It keeps the assets earned by each individual separate and makes any divorce a technical breeze to pull off, at least from a legal standpoint. Emotionally, with Odom reportedly falling deeper and deeper into the world of crack cocaine, the NBA player will truly have no legal leg on the stand when Khloe pulls out the marital trigger. Anchorman fans are getting an early fix before the second movie comes out in December. On a recent Dodge Durango commercial, Will Ferrell or Ron Burgundy used sales pitches to sell the new car to some one-liners to keep you interested, like describing the glove box, saying it could fit 2 turkey sandwiches and 70 packs of gum. And some big movies has hit the theaters here at Oswego. The Oswego Theater 7 is a full cast of movies, including Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, Don John, Gravity, Prisoners, The Family, and We're the Millers.
Well, you know, Adam, I've actually been meaning to get to the movies. I haven't been to one in a couple months. You seen any of those recently?
I haven't, but it definitely is on my list. A few I want to see there. Gravity, I've heard, was good. I've also heard Prisoners was another good one. But Rush is another, the race car movie I heard was great, but it doesn't seem to be in the Oswego Theater. It might have traveled a little farther. Syracuse to see that one.
Absolutely, and you know, on top of the list of things to see tonight, obviously Jimmy Kimmel and Kanye. That's something that we've been seeing back and forth for a couple weeks now. And you're telling me Kanye's going to be on Kimmel tonight?
Yeah, that's what reports are saying. He will be on the late night show, and they'll talk out their feud. At first, I thought it was maybe a publicity stunt because some of his tweets were just ridiculous towards Jimmy Kimmel. They were hashtag I hate Jimmy Kimmel or hashtag Jimmy Kimmel does no good. So I think with that, it's gonna be good. I'll definitely be tuning in tonight.
Absolutely, definitely something interesting. And then just kind of moving down the list there, Lamar Odom. It just seems like he's on that precipice there of where things can go really well or really bad for him depending on just which way things go. He seems to be having a lot of struggles.
Yeah, this is a tough time, but the most amazing thing about that story is that they signed a deal. If they do divorce, they just keep their own things they were planning. Maybe this won't work out.
It seems like another one of those Hollywood kind of
weddings. One of those Kardashian things.
Absolutely. All right, thank you very much, Adam. All right, well, we need to take one last break, but when we come back, we'll have a final look at your weather. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP 10, Top in the Morning.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm Al Roker, class of '76, Oswego State University. You're watching WTOP, Channel 10. We didn't have this when I was in school. We just had radio and smoke signals.
We are Cub Scouts from Oswego, Pack 888, and you are watching WTOP.
The 2013 Louis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. Moderated by ESPN sports broadcaster and class of '87 Steve Levy. Coming to Waterman Theater November 6th. Stay connected by visiting mediasummit.org for updates.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
All right, well, welcome back here to WTOP 10's Top in the Morning. The leaves are changing and temperatures are starting to drop, which means only one thing. Halloween is right around the corner in Oswego. WTOP's own Robert Hackford and Lauren Toscano got the inside scoop on what our fellow Oswegonians are going to be for Halloween. Let's take a look.
Goblins, ghouls, ghosts, oh my. As October has arrived, Halloween in Oz is at its rise. WTOP reporters Lauren Toscano and Robert Hackford are on the hunt to discover what this year's popular costume ideas are shaping up to be.
I'm here with my friends Brayden and Ava. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? A football player. Muscle Man.
This year for Halloween, I was thinking about being the Dos Equis man. I'm going to color up my beard and my hair gray and wear a nice suit, carry around a full box of Dos Equis, and I hope everyone gets the idea, but it'll be a fun time for everyone.
So, Steven, what are you going to be for Halloween this year?
I'm going to be Ash from Pokemon, and if you don't know what Ash looks like, you should, because Pokemon is awesome.
Me and all my friends are going to be Crayon.
Well, the 6 of our suite mates are all going to be something different from nature. I'm going to be ice. And I'm going to be a tree.
Cool, guys. Well, thank you.
Not the creative type? For more costume ideas, you can go to Walmart or our local thrift shop, Thrifties. Well, that is all, Oswego, so start thinking about costume ideas now. You don't want Halloween to creep up on you.
All right, thank you for that, Lauren and Rob. Well, a state license plate that boasts the birthplace of aviation now also boasts a superhero who can fly. Introducing Ohio's new Superman license plate. State Representative Bill Patman announced the release this week during a special event at a childhood home of Jerry Siegel, co-creator of Superman. A group of fans in Ohio has been campaigning to get the license plate approved for years. Patman says it could even be a real draw for people to move to Ohio. Siegel and his friends Joe Schuster lived in Ohio as teenagers when they created Superman 80 years ago, eventually selling the superhero to what would later become DC Comics. And the Oswego State women's tennis team dropped an 8-1 decision to SUNY Cortland on Tuesday night in Romney Fieldhouse. It was the first intercollegiate contest to take place in the newly renovated facility. And the loss drops Oswego to 4-7 on the year and 0-4 in conference competition. Haley Miller, Oswego's reigning female athlete of the week, took the only point for the Lakers in singles play. Oswego returns to action at 4:30 on Friday when it travels to Binghamton to take on New Paltz in the SUNYAC Championships. And now we'll take a final look at your forecast with meteorologist Molly Matat.
Thanks, Dan. As we look at your class cast, we're going to start off chilly at around 45, but we're going to run right up to that high of 65 today, and it's definitely shaping up to be a beautiful, sunny fall day. As always, you can follow us online at Twitter at WTOP10. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/WTOP10TV. And if you have any cool weather pictures, go ahead and send them to us at meteorology@WTOP10.com. Definitely some foliage pictures I'm looking for. I want to see those beautiful leaves changing.
Absolutely. You know, I talked to Adam just a couple minutes ago, but I want to get your opinion because everyone seems to have an opinion of Kanye. What are your thoughts of this Kimmel and Kanye feud?
I don't know. I'm a big Kanye fan, which is kind of weird, and everyone knows that he
Somewhat
has this,
different.
Yeah, everyone knows that he has this huge ego, and you know he's the best thing that's ever happened to hip hop. So I have to support him. I don't want to because who goes off on a rant on Twitter? But I love me some Yeezus. I can't.
Well, going back to weather, you know, I wanted to ask, 60s this week. Is that seasonal for mid-October?
It's a little bit more seasonal than we've been seeing. We've actually been in a pretty warm stretch for a while, rather. You know, highs in the 70s. That's very rare for October. I mean, we've seen snow in October before, so to be at 60 is actually pretty nice for October at Oswego.
And how long do you think it's going to be before we do start to see that
snow?
I know
the
that
dreaded
S
word. Oh, here in Oswego. I would say, you know, October might shape up to be a snowless October. That's a bold claim, so don't get mad at me if it snows on October 31st. But I think we might hold out for a little bit.
Personally, I'm a fan of the day after Thanksgiving till the day after Christmas.
Exactly.
That's the
just
perfect
that
snow
perfect
season.
white Christmas
after that
season.
Don't really need much more than that.
All right.
All right,
I'll let them know.
All right. Thanks very much, Molly. All right. Well, that will do it for us here. For the entire 10 News team, I'm Dan I.
And I'm Molly Matat. Have a good morning, Oswego. This has been Top in the Morning.